In my experience as a professor of global negotiation, I'm really honored to have many opportunities to travel around the world. And one of the themes we talk about in the classroom, and we all have to practice, is style switching when we're working in a global or cross-cultural negotiation environment. So I have one memory of when it was difficult for me to style switch, but that putting myself into that uncomfortable situation, we say being uncomfortable, be comfortable being uncomfortable, that I have found a way to really enjoy a new situation. So one experience I've had is to be able to work with the Islamic Development Bank. And this is a bank that is funded by all the governments of the Islamic countries. So it's funded by governments, which mean there are 56 countries involved, but it's generally the Islamic tradition. And me and another faculty member, one male and one female, we were all invited to come for the needs assessment for a project to do some training with them. And they knew that they were two female professors and that they welcomed us to come. But we also told them that we would wear abayas and that we would cover our heads, and they appreciated that because the meetings would all be in Jeddah. Even though it was represented by a lot of Islamic countries, we met in Jeddah. So on the plane, we both put on our black abayas and put on the black scarves and went through immigration, went through the airport. And when we got to the bank the next day for our meetings, they told us that we could just relax the scarf. So we had scarves around our necks, but that we kept the abayas on the entire time we were working. So that was an experience that I was not that comfortable with. First of all, there's so many identity issues and so much about liberation that I'm a member of that it felt like it could be a construction or a constriction to who I really was and as a professional. But I learned to actually appreciate, and I learned a lot more about the Islamic culture. I actually came to enjoy wearing the abaya in that situation, and we had the most amazing rapport-building kinds of meetings in that situation because I didn't take a defensive view about wearing the abaya in that situation. So what I took from that story is that we all get this opportunity to style switch. If we want to build any kind of working trust or build some kind of rapport when we're dealing in situations where either the dress or the attitude or the behaviors are very different than our own. However, the kind of clarity and alignment we have about our own values and this curiosity we all have about moving into a global world where we all are going to have to style switch, and to have that kind of patience and that kind of trust and that kind of security in my own identity allowed me to be able to feel comfortable with style switching.